Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 25th episode of the second season of School Rumble. I almost forgot to say the second season part, but luckily I remembered at the last second. So, last episode, what exactly happened? Well, craziness, but more specifically, we went on a bit of a boat ride, which was fun until, the boat kind of stopped moving. But we did get to discover some cool facts, like the number 3 looks like Opie if you just kind of turn it around. Very, very important information to have, for sure, especially in a survival situation. I'll sure save you. Also, Katasuma, went with his penguin family, I guess that was the thing. And Whale kind of pulled us to safety, but not really, because I think the whale took us to the wrong place. But I think the whale took us to somewhere with penguins, so you really can't argue with those results, right? But anyway, we're here for this episode, so let's just dive on in. 3, 2, 1. Is it story time? Okay. that okay, I guess that's good to know. I mean, Yude means ghost, I know that. So what kind of episode are we in for exactly? And will it make the School Rumble? Good. Feels like it was only just yesterday that I started watching this show, and now we're so close to the end. I swear, when I finish this show, it's gonna feel like there's an empty spot in my heart, like a hole, like a void. I don't know what could fill it. There's not exactly a lot of shows like this show. Oi. 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 Bum 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 bum. It's so romantic. I tried to rush, but I just ended up tripping over myself. Oh well. Okay. So are you doing manga stuff? Oh jeez. Ah. Of course it was him. That is the worst thing, yeah. Nobody reads manga for the realism. Everything will be Daijobu, I'm sure. She has a name. Why do we never call her by name? And is it not the younger sister? Is it perhaps the older sister? That's what I thought. And is she running away? Because that's a classic running away bag, right? Hey, if the love of your life comes to the door, you don't just slam it on her. Oh, jeez. That door never stood a chance. You can run away to my home, Tenma. Can't have her see those. That was a great cover, Kenji. Smooth. Now it just looks like you're happy to see her. Well, it's all over when she sees a bra lying around. Or sees Itoko herself. Stay quiet. Hide. Don't come out. I don't have tea, I have water. I'll drink it. Oh. Don't sneak up on me, Itoko. That is something she would do, yeah. Okay, that shot now makes sense. She was sticking her hand in his shirt to get her shoes back. As you do. Yeah, is that safe? Is that okay? Who knows what could happen? This may become apartment rumble. Oh, well that's cool. I mean, I can't see anything out that window from where I am, but I'll take your word for it. So now that we're Futari Kiri, what do we do next? Yeah, what a special occasion. But she's here to help. You can't just not show her stuff. Sasuga Pro. Okay, now I know why he calls little sister, because he calls Temma by her left family name, and can't really do that for both of them. And probably doesn't want to use her given name, so I guess that makes sense. If I take it that way. I mean, calling people names and stuff is always complicated in Japanese because of all that cultural politeness, familiarity stuff. It's a fine mustache you got there, Tenma. True. And you shouldn't talk with your mouth full, Tenma. Oh. Things are getting going pretty well. Yeah, that's basically what you just said, yeah. If that's how you want to take it, man. A little bit, but we are running out of time. The show's almost over, so. So. Please do. Sounds oddly familiar. Fumu Fumu. Fumu Fumu intensifies. I've never seen it before. I know we have no clue. What you gonna say? Well, probably not quite the answer he was looking for, but well, indirect confession did not work. Round 2. Yeah, nothing indirect is ever gonna work on Tenma, let's be honest. That's someone's ringtone. Who would call at such a crucial time? I was getting to it, and then you interrupted me. Just turn the phone off, throw it behind the bushes. Was it? I guess it might have been. Oh, that's cool. Clearly we were fated to be together. What? Did you forget to... Yeah. Oh, damn. This life is over now. Hopefully. I mean, she's pretty reliable, so probably. And... Okay. I have not failed you. I have not failed you, Nason. I just love that phrasing. But yeah, things are going pretty well for the most part. I mean, Love Confession's not making much progress, but the atmosphere, we're having a good time. So could be worse. Yeah, the recording. Oof. So you feel lonely, little sister without big sister? Yeah, I think she's a bit lonely. Hey kitty, do you want a beverage? I don't have a sister to give it to. You can have it. Yeah. That's crazy talk. Probably why would you think that? Yeah, that's Nason for you. So she ships it. So just making a mess. I mean, that's what cats do. That was the cat saying, I do what I want. Ooh, an album. Does it got like family pictures? Yeah, it's like a middle school uniform. I swear every middle school uniform in every anime looks exactly the same. That actually does sound pretty cool. Like I would probably watch that show. I like Samurai. I'm sure she was. The bonding is real this episode. Oh, well then. That's what he wants to hear. Is it Yak? Oh no. Okay, what do you want? I'm sorry I yelled at you. Gotta try not to let him down, yeah. So we need to make more progress. Ooh, that's pretty close, yeah. Yeah, he knows his priorities. Tenma, that's what truly matters. But this is what Tenma's saying, so. Oh. Yeah, you just had to phrase it that way, didn't you? I don't think she meant it quite that way. But because Skiao, it's not necessarily like a romantic dating kind of thing, but that's clearly how he took it. But anyway, more importantly, the album. Wow, she looks fired up about something. I would love some Onechan power. Oh, there's a story from before. The Yude, the ghost. Just don't make any mistakes by rushing. That's the important thing. So how much Onechan power do you have right now, Tenma? That does sound kind of nice. Sounds like a great opportunity for a love confession if we were to do that. What exactly are we doing? Did I do something wrong? Like, no, thank you for your assistance. Yeah, could you go, like, sharpen pencils? You know, something you can't mess up. Oh? Well, I guess you would kind of get that. Yeah, especially if they're dense. Yeah, we're not quite on the same page here. Uh, is that... It's not a Kabadon, it's not the wall, it's Yuka-don? Yuka's floor, right? Oh, yes please. If it's not too much trouble. Like, I don't care if it's inedible, I'll eat it. So now we get the housewife experience with Tenma. Like I would know. Is Itoko's place. Wow, she just knew that. Yeah, I'm kind of curious as well how exactly she got that. Maybe she just knew that was the only reason you would possibly call her. Oishi. Oishikunai. The enthusiasm dropped a bit there. Yeah, I think we could all use something to drink. It's a talent. That's the important thing. Did she? Yeah, she fell asleep. Another kotatsu. So Yakumo, how you doing? Any more albums or this story? Yude-chan. Maigo no Yude-chan. So Otama's like just Yude's tail? I guess. What a beautiful friendship. Yeah, we have a crying child back there. I wanted this Yude got Maigo'd. It was a terrible sentence, I'm sorry for saying it. Looks kind of like a dango or something. So I like how we're just keeping tabs on the general time. Like every once in a while we see the clock. Because we are on a deadline, so it doesn't make sense. I think it did. I vaguely remember it. Yeah, that was quite eventful. And that was a while ago when we first learned about that. A lot has happened. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm hoping. I mean, careful what you ask for, Temma. Yeah, because he might give it to you. Yeah, I couldn't say no to that. Okay, let's not think about that. Turn back, turn back. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no, his secret identity. Oh no, you got close. That was your mistake. Just got you now. Even my heart went a bit doki there. A little bit. So, what's step 2? Yeah. All alone. Somebody please be with this ghost. It's a worm, like, it just eats... It doesn't worm eat. Like dirt, leaves, I don't know. Uh-huh. Just break the toy in half and you got 2 toys. The story's actually making me a little bit genuinely sad. Oh, we're bringing back the ghost. We're bringing this up. We end off on that line too. I mean, I think we've talked about that before, or at the very least implied it, but... But yeah, Harima liking, or Yakuma liking Harima, that's... What kind of shape is it at that point? Love, square, triangle, hexagon? I don't know. Because Tenma likes Katasuma, Kenji likes Tenma, and if the Yakumo likes Harima, it's a shape. It's definitely a shape. And of course, Hanai likes, Yakumo, but, who cares about that? I mean, does anybody care about that ship? Aside from Hanai, of course. Pretty sure that ghost showed up once before. I just can't remember when it was. I want to say it was way back in season 1. Interesting little, manga frame we got back there. Period. Okay, yeah. Well, that was the 25th episode of the second season of Skull Rumble. And this episode, we actually had quite a bit of Kenji and Tenma spending time together. Like, we don't get exactly a huge amount of that in the show, generally speaking, so this was a pretty good opportunity for that, because we had Tenma come over to help Kenji with the manga instead of Yakumo. So, yeah, nice little chance for them to get the bond. And, yeah, overall, the scene, the episode itself, really, they seem to get along pretty well. I mean, obviously, Tenma has that thing for Karasuma and doesn't quite get that Kenji likes her. But still, as far as, like, the interactions go, like, they seem to vibe pretty well together, like, you know, good compatibility, right? So, you know, I don't see why that Tenma couldn't just forget the Karasuma stuff and go after Kenji, because then it would be mutual, and rather than having two one-sided love peeps being unhappy, they can be happy together, right? That's just logic right there. So, you know, if they could just do that, that'd be great. We'll see. We'll see. Because I don't think she dislikes Kenji. Maybe she just never gave it a chance to think of him like that, right? And of course, she still doesn't know, as they brought up in the episode, she still doesn't know that that one guy from way back then was Kenji. So if she ever gets that figured out, that certainly could change some things. For sure. But we'll see if anything comes of that. They bothered to bring it up in the episode, so it makes me think it might become relevant soon. Maybe. And also throughout the episode, we had some Hitoko stuff. That was pretty funny. You know, Hitoko being Hitoko, you know, she just somehow knows what's going on. Like, before Kenji says a word, after he calls her, she's like, yeah, the seasonings, they're down there. Don't worry about it. You go get them. It's nice to know everything's going fine. Okay. And she's like, oh, okay. Wait, how do you know any of this? Wait, how do you know what's going on? Is the place bugged? Maybe not. I mean, it's her place. She certainly could have security cameras and stuff around, right? So it wouldn't really be bugging if it's your place, right? It's just home security. But I don't know about the definitions of terms there, but I feel like bugging a place implies it's someone else's place. But anyway, that's not really important. Another thing we had in the episode was the story of the lost, lonely ghost, right? So that was interesting. It was definitely kind of a sad story with the ghost being all alone, you know? Right? So, I mean, like, what more can you say about that? It was a sad story, but I mean, it's not over yet, so I imagine it'll have a happy ending, right? At least I don't think it ended. But anyway, then we had like the actual ghost pop up, and I was trying to remember after she popped up. I was pretty much just trying to remember when the last time we saw her was, because I do vaguely remember the episode about that, very, very vaguely. I want to say it was late season 1. Well, actually, I want to say it was an OVA, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I know she came up before in an episode. At least I'm pretty sure it's the same ghost. So, yeah, and she just comes up with the Harima stuff, right? So, maybe prompting Yakumo to make a move. But I don't think she would. I mean, I think she cares a lot about her sister's happiness and stuff, but who knows? Who knows what'll happen with that? We got so many players in this rom-com, it's no telling what's going to happen. I think that's all there's really to say about the episode. Just we had a lot of nice Kenji Tenma stuff, right? They just get along so well, having a good time. Tenma, as an assistant, is of questionable usefulness, right? She's not exactly ideal as far as getting things done. You know, she's more of a motivation increaser, I would say, more than anything else. Because, you know, if you're with the girl you like, I think that gives you a bit of a because you got it pumped up to do your best, I would imagine. Although, of course, also when you're trying to work as she's laying and sleeping in the bed next to you, that's also a bit of a distraction, to be fair. Especially when she's showing off those legs and trying to pull you in and whatnot. Which I think that's what we ended off on, right? Her just kind of like grabbing Kenji around the neck. I think that was the last bit we ended on, as far as those go. So, you know, if that's the case, no telling if and how we'll be able to escape that. Or if we even want to. Probably not. I mean, who cares about deadlines when you're in that kind of situation, let's be honest. Deadlines and everything else just kind of go out the window, right? So, yeah, the food wasn't that great, but he really did get to have a lot of... There were definitely a couple of scenes that felt like newlywed kind of scenes, you know, her making food for him and whatnot. So, even if the food itself wasn't great, I think Genji still had a great time. I think he had a lot of fun here. And I did like seeing the pictures in the album. Those were pretty cute. I think part of the reason why the ghost sad lonely story made me sad is just because, you know, we were kind of seen in the context of Yakumo also being kind of alone right now because her sister's gone, so she's just there by herself. So I think that kind of compounded the sadness for me, if that makes any sense. But anyway, yeah, that was the episode. It was good. I'm just sad that the show's almost over. Like, it's just one more episode of this season. I think a couple more of the third season that tries to wrap things up, but and then it's over. Like, how do I live with myself after that? I just don't know. But I guess I'll find out one way or the other. We kind of have to, right? But anyway, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So, peace. Bye. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time. Oi.